everybody, and here we are on another Sunday morning, and we've got a little bit of a change of a theme today. We've been looking at Bible verses up to now, and now we're moving on to Bible characters. I've got my first two volunteers. They're both girls, and they've both chosen women from the Bible who inspire them. And interestingly enough, they've both chosen the two women who are important enough in Bible history to have their names given to the books that tells their story. And I've put them in the order that they come in the Bible. They were both born ordinary girls. One of them wasn't even a Jew. The other one was a Jew, but she's born in exile. She's just an immigrant in a foreign country. And they both had a really important place to play in the Bible story. The first one is going to become the grandmother of David and the descendant of Jesus. Without her, we wouldn't have had our Lord Jesus Christ. But this is her story of faith, and Keziah is going to bring out really clearly that decision that she made when everything's calling out to her to go back into all that she's known, and she chooses out of loyalty to Naomi to love God and to serve a new God, and how God blesses her and uses her. So thank you, Keziah. We're over to you.
My favourite woman in the Bible is Ruth. Ruth was born in a country where she worshipped fake gods and statues. When she was married to Mahlon, a Jewish man, she promised to follow the ways of a Jew. Soon Mahlon died, and she was left with her mother-in-law Naomi. Naomi told Ruth she was going back to her hometown, but Ruth was determined to stay with Naomi. So they set off on their journey. Ruth met a man called Boaz. Naomi wanted Ruth to have her own home, so she went to Ruth and said, "Wash, put on perfume and your finest clothes, then present yourself to Boaz." And Boaz and Ruth ended up getting married. Ruth is my favourite woman in the Bible because she had a chance to go back to her family, but she stayed loyal to Naomi and carried on being a woman of God.
Thanks, Keziah, and I love that ending that you say that she was a woman that carried on being a woman of God. And I know that's what you're wanting to be too, a woman of God. And it's absolutely right. God has given us these wonderful characters in the Bible, normal human people that have situations where they're learning about God as examples to us and making decisions that can inspire our decisions too. And in a way, we've got our own little mini crisis in life. Nobody else has lived through COVID-19. And this is an opportunity. Crises always give us opportunities, an opportunity to know God better, and an opportunity to do things for God and for the people around us that this crisis gives us to do. And we're going to move on now, move on in Bible history and to a new person. And we're moving on to a time in history. The Jewish people have become a great nation, but their nation is now, their people are now under threat of being wiped out. God's promise depends on Jesus the Messiah coming through God's people, the Jews. And he chooses this young Jewish girl, Esther, to be the vehicle that he's going to save his people. And Sophie's going to bring out some really important things. Esther's bravery and Esther's trust that God knows what he's doing and that unrighteous people are not going to triumph. And I know Sophie. Sophie lives this out. She'll look on the outside like this sweet, quiet, shy girl, but inside Sophie is real strength. If Sophie has to choose to do the right thing, she'll do the right thing whatever it costs her. And I know that Sophie will stand up for what is right. And so, Sophie, over to you. Thank you.
My favourite book in the Bible is Esther. The book is about Esther, and the King Ezra. He had an old wife, and because his wife didn't come to a party, he killed her. So he found a new wife, Esther. He married Esther for her beauty, and Esther was sad. Because they had a royal decree and that all the Jews will be killed, and Esther didn't want that to happen because she was a Jew. So she stood up for herself, and she went to the king. Even though she could have been killed, she still went to the king and asked if she could have a banquet with them. And at the banquet, she said she will hold one tomorrow. The second day, she said that someone had been trying to kill the Jews, and that wasn't very good, and she didn't want that to happen. And so the king killed that man. I like this book because it reminds me, even when I'm scared, I can still be brave. And even bad people who are the best at things, and even if they don't believe in God can still use them for great things.